you. So yes, cultivating relationships. Talking about kind of social health and maintaining healthy relationships and how it is a very important aspect of our health, even though it's not always one that pops up into our mind when we're thinking of physical health, but it can have an impact on our overall health for sure. So that is what we're going to talk about today. You can go ahead and click. Sorry that I have to tell you. Thank you. So, did you know that health-related measures such as blood pressure and heart rate can actually improve with positive social interactions? And um, researchers have found that factors such as optimism, life satisfaction, happiness that come with having healthy relationships and a good social health are associated with reduced risk of cardiovascular disease, while negative emotions such as anger and chronic stress, those can wear down the body over time, and those are correlated with higher incidence of heart attacks and other physical problems. So there is a link that has been shown between blood pressure and heart rate and how they can improve with being happy and having social positive interactions with others. You can go ahead and click. Thank you. So, through healthy relationships with others, we fulfill our needs for intimacy, social integration, nurturance, assistance, affirmation. It can do wonders for our self confidence and for our mental health as well. And people with positive, fulfilling relationships are statistically more likely to survive over time than people in poor relationships. And studies have found that social isolation of otherwise healthy individuals eventually results in psychological and physical disintegration or even death in some cases when if they have developed some condition that is more advanced. And there's a clear link between social relationships and health in the general population. And adults who are more socially connected are healthier and live longer than their more isolated peers. So there have been studies that have shown that um, that people tend to live longer lives when they are have good social connections and relationships. You can go ahead and click. Thank you. So loneliness can lead to disrupted sleep patterns, elevated blood pressure, and increased cortisol, which is a stress hormone. It is not good. And they're also important. Social connections are also important because it can affect your immune system. So, and if you are, you're more likely to have a weakened immune system if you are lonely and don't have strong social connections. That there's been a lot of research that has found that, and can also decrease your overall sense of contentment. And I also saw this in a study. Older people who remain connected with others and have strong relationships are likely to have a better quality of life, have a lower risk of dementia and mental decline, and need less domestic support and less support to live so they can live by themselves and be healthier when they have better social connections. And younger people who remain connected with others and have strong relationships are likely to have lower risk of obesity, inflammation, and high blood pressure. And go ahead and click. There is a strong correlation between social interaction and health among people of all age groups, which is what I just kind of explained. Um, and also, other positive effects, social activities can sharpen your mind, resulting in a greater sense of self-confidence and an upbeat attitude. And staying connected to family and friends on a daily basis can definitely improve one's mood. Pretty much what you'd expect. Healthy relationships support good mental health. Um, Social isolation, loneliness, poor relationships can be risk factors for mental health conditions such as depression and anxiety. The graphic on the right I included because, uh, well, it says good relationships help us live longer and happier lives with fewer physical and mental health problems. And then at the bottom it says investing in relationships is as important as healthy eating, exercising, and not smoking. So things that you would typically think of when you're thinking about healthy behaviors and lifestyle health behavior habits, um, like healthy eating, exercising, and not smoking are ones commonly associated with good health, but really investing in your relationships and maintaining strong social connections is just as important, even though we don't always think about it having to do with our physical health. So, part of building strong relationships is having good, open, and regular communication, learning appropriate self disclosure, becoming a better listener, active listener, using non verbal communication, asking for honest feedback, always being honest with others, always having respect for others, managing conflict through communication are all ways you can build your communication skills, which will help you build strong relationships and maintain strong relationships with others. Right? Forming new social connections. So, calling a friend or family member for a chat, arranging a catch up, considering volunteering, which lets you help others. This can boost your self esteem and is a great way to meet new people. It's a very rewarding activity because you are helping others as well as yourself. And finding local options to connect with others in the community through community resource centers, connecting with others virtually, which is huge right now, of course, through online or community groups with others who share the same interests, taking your children slash pets and or pets to the playground or park, spending time outdoors with others, joining a religious or spiritual group. There's more next one also. Spending less time in front of the TV or computer screen so that you could have more time to spend with others in person, face to face. Adopting your pet or helping out at a local animal shelter to connect with other animal lovers. Going to a local esports event, music performance, lecture, art display. Help organize community celebrations like parades or blocks. A lot of these things I put in not suggesting this right now because of COVID, but in general, before I would have suggested, or after when everything is safe. But taking a course at your local library or community college, asking your employers for ways to increase social connections. I also thought of some more that I did not include on here, but that are applicable to our current situation. So staying social during quarantine, small outdoor gatherings with people, just a select few, not nothing big. Sitting 6 feet apart with friends and family, people's yards or driveways or their deck. Um, Similarly, taking walks outdoors with others, hiking, um, doing Zoom calls, Skype calls, phone calls with others so you can stay connected with them and not but not in person if you can't. Playing Words with Friends and other multiplayer games and apps. I have been playing a lot of Words with Friends. It's like Scrabble, but you can play with other people on your phone app. I also found this app called Bookship, which is kind of like a virtual book club if you're interested. Taking group exercise classes virtually. Of course, I'm gonna advocate for that. Other virtual health communities like on some apps like Fitbit. I know MyFitnessPal, you can connect with others in a community where you can support each other's health goals as well as all virtual. Friends doing recipe swaps and Facebook virtual potluck groups I know exist, and Netflix party also. So you can watch Netflix with someone else at the same time and chat on the side. It's a Google Chrome extension. I've been doing that lately also to stay connected with others. Next slide, please. Thank you. So strengthening social connections, taking more care to quickly connect with people you see a lot during the week. When possible, stay positive. Always stay positive when you're connecting with others. Share new experiences. Be there for those who need you. Be flexible, supportive, and excited about what others are doing in their lives. And I include some quotes at the bottom. We rise by lifting others, and positive attitudes really do create positive energy and attract positive people and positive results. So you're positive energy will radiate and impact others, make other people happier. People will want to be around positive people. So try your best to strengthen social connections to stay positive, remain positive, which I know is hard in this time as well, but it does make a difference. Next, please. Thank you. And improving other areas of health too. So I did touch on this just a second ago, but um, looking for social opportunities that also improve other areas of health, such as activity, fitness groups. Strava, if anyone's into running, is a good one. It's like a running community app, which I don't run, but I know friends who do. Group exercise classes, of course, virtual, in person if it's safe. Cooking classes, recipe swap groups, alcohol substance use support groups, spending time with others in nature and outside are all ways you can stay connected with others while also maintaining or improving other areas of health as well. And lastly, I think I have one more slide. Maybe I don't. Oh, okay. Um, so 5 ways to improve your social health. Meet people, be approachable. I pretty much touched on all this, but nurturing relationships, trying new things, without judgment, all ways to improve social relationships and social health. And I also wanted to share that this kind of uh, ties into how it can, keeping good social health will possibly impact your physical health. But a lot of researchers hypothesize that one reason for this finding is that those with poor social health, poor mental health, are less likely to care for themselves and care for their physical health. So they're more susceptible to conditions like heart disease, respiratory disease, stuff like that. And they also may be more likely to engage in unhealthy habits such as alcohol use, smoking, eating poorly and not exercising, not sleeping enough, not managing stress well, like all those core areas of lifestyle health that we've talked about before, they can all be negatively affected by poor mental health, which is often a result of poor social health. So it all kind of ties in. So it definitely is important to maintain good social health and maintain good, strong, positive relationships with others to maintain good mental health and physical health as well. I think that's all. I can't remember if I have another slide here. I don't think so, though. Thank you for sharing your screen. I'm sorry, I don't know why I couldn't figure that out, but thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem at all. And so anybody have any questions for Isabella or any of those areas as we talk about building relationships and you know, strengthening existing, what comes to mind from you guys? Are there areas that are harder or easier that you experience in your own life? Sorry, I had to turn my AC down.
I think everything is more difficult right now with COVID. Hard to make new relationships with people. We've been very lucky in our neighborhood. There's a group that's been getting together, and we have a socially distanced Wednesday night party in someone's backyard. So couples are all 6 feet apart from each other. We all bring our own food. Someone else down the street also had we were in a cul-de-sac, and they had a party outside in the cul-de-sac, and we're able to measure and, you know, okay, stay this far apart, and everyone sat still, so there wasn't mixing going on. But it was great for us because we've only been in this neighborhood for a little over a year, so we've actually gotten to know a lot more people, which makes it feel like a neighborhood, which is nice.
That's great. Yeah, it's funny on the flip side, it has forced us to evolve in some different ways. I know there's some people that I've spoken to for years over the phone, and I could have done Zoom calls with them before, but yet, you know, I have a mentor I've had for years, and I haven't seen him face to face. He's down in Tennessee for a long time, and go figure, we've been doing everything Zoom, and we connected and we were able to see each other the whole time we were meeting, which was wonderful. So thanks for sharing. Yeah, it's a good point. There's different opportunities that are coming up as well.
Also, there are Facebook groups or next door apps. And if you want to be bold and brave, you can actually invite neighbors to come, and hopefully not too many will come.
Yeah, that's great. Jeannie, you had something you wanted to share? Let me unmute you. Oop. Go ahead, Jeannie.
Well, my cousins and we have been, on one side of the family, have been trying to get together on Zoom way more. I think it was because I started pestering them with a couple phone calls and just trying to check in with different family members and seeing how they were. And then we arranged just to have like probably every other week or every third week or something, just do a Zoom chit chat with just all of us and get together that way. And normally during the regular time, we wouldn't be communicating probably at all. So our family's kind of grown a little closer. And Michael, just like your neighborhood, my neighborhood, one gentleman has put up a bed sheet behind his house and has had movie nights a couple of times outside, and we've all sat 6 feet apart, but he's just put on a movie out there. And so we kind of got to meet some new neighbors as well that way.
That's cool. That's pretty neat. Thanks, Jeannie, for sharing. Anybody else want to share? I mean, I know definitely where we are as far as the time and with COVID and social isolation and all that, it's definitely different. I think we have to try a little bit harder to maintain our relationships, and it's sometimes a little bit challenging to create new ones as well. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to put us back in our breakout rooms, but I want you to think about 2 relationships. All right. So I want you to think of a really good relationship in your life. And I want you first to start there and think, all right, who's the person? Who is the relationship? And why is that relationship good? Okay. And then focus on that. And then what I want you to really talk about are what are some of the things that make that communication and that connection and that relationship good? And then I want you to flip on the other side after we talk through those